next, I'm going to introduce the incredible Tenzin Choegyal to the stage for a chat, an informal chat about some of the concepts that we've been discussing. And I just would like to start out by saying what an honour it is to have him here for this event. And I feel so happy that he said yes to being part of this year's Giving Thanks and Planting Karmic Seeds event. And I've known about Tenzin for a long time and have played his music a lot in my yoga classes over the years, and have just really enjoyed his music and what he offers. And then I got to know Tenzin a little bit through Woodford Folk Festival, and then more so because he came and performed at the Big Love Festival at Chenrezig Institute, which I helped organise this year. And now here we are, co-creating together this evening. So a big welcome to you, Tenzin. Thank you, Tenzin, for being here. Would you like to take a seat? And we're going to share a microphone. So it is such a joy to have you here. And I've had your album up here on the screen for a little while. You're just coming to the end of your Whispering Sky tour nationally. Would you like to share a little about the idea behind Whispering Sky and your intention behind your music?
Okay. First of all, Tashi Delek, and good evening to everyone. And thank you for taking an hour or so out of your time, busy schedule, to be with Erin and myself and other Tenzin who has visited from Japan. And I would actually like to acknowledge the traditional owners of this land that we are sitting on very nicely. And we've been swimming in as well, and flying on it and walking on it. So I would like to acknowledge that. And then also the formless beings that might be around sitting out with you. So during this session, while you're relaxing and hearing the voice of Erin, if any formless beings visits you, then just acknowledge them. Say hi to them. Okay? All right. And about the Whispering Sky, that's my ego speaking out to you through an album. But at the same time, it's a very nice little selfless ego, wanting to honor my friends that I haven't seen for a while. The album came out I created that during the COVID, when we were all scared of breathing with another human being. The birds were the ones who were, for me, the birds were the ones who felt very free. So I called up all my friends, because I couldn't go there, and we collaborate online. And that's why it's called Whispering Sky, in a way. But at the same time, I was traveling recently to Mongolia, and I met one of my teachers. And we were talking about how amazing the skies are in different countries. And for me, in Australia, the sky is so big, because half of the sky where I was born is blocked by the majestic Himalayan mountains. So the skies here are so big. But then in skies in Mongolia are quite similar to the ones down here, because of the nature of the plateau. And so we were talking about the nature of all the things that are happening in the same sky. So that's why I called it Whispering Sky as well. And the sky itself is same, but all the things, the clouds, the storms, the rain, the rainbows, all of them, the things that we see differently from different places. So it's like the thoughts. You know what I mean? So like the little thoughts that creates the same space, the mind that we have is very beautiful and spacious, but the thoughts are the ones which brings about the trouble at times, love at times, compassion at times, kindness at times, jealousy at times. So those are the ones who are whispering in the sky. Anyway, so my answer was a bit too long.
It was a good answer. Thank you. So I know through your music, like there's so many teachings that happen through your music about thoughts and the mind and different ways to manage that, which isn't always easy. What do you... I know your music, you have great concentration in the creation of it. And then in your own personal life, how do you meditate? What other practices do you do that help you to manage your own thoughts?
Thoughts are so flickery. It just goes and comes, goes and comes. So for me, as a meditation, when people ask me, do you meditate? It's very hard to answer, but basically I do meditate when I play music, that's for sure. But other things that I do, I don't know whether I meditate or it's just happening. And my great teacher, he always used to say, you don't have to set a time aside for meditation. Make the meditation part of your life so that it's not, you don't set some time aside. Because when you set time aside, then it becomes a chore to do. And when it becomes a chore, then you try to not do it. You know what I mean? So make it part of your life and then it will happen. So yeah, I do meditate, but at the same time I don't.
Nice. I'm going to try more of that. And you're living in Brisbane, and you've been in Brisbane for a while, and you're Tibetan born. And I with the challenges of the history of Tibet, I automatically assumed that you must have faced great challenges in your living here and not in Tibet. And I just wonder, in terms of looking back and the challenges of the past associated with that, Tenzin, how have you come to make peace with it? I know that you're also an activist for Tibet. But as we head to the end of 2024 and we're looking to somehow find contentment with how the past has been, how do you find contentment with the challenges that you might have faced in the past?
Being a Tibetan, it's been a challenge because I was kind of born as a refugee already when I was born. My parents were born in a free nation before Tibet was annexed. But I was kind of born into, I didn't even know what free nation was. I kind of know what is it like to be a refugee. But at the same time, it's a very beautiful challenge. And it gave me a lot of opportunities. you can. One of the greatest things that I learned from my great teacher, who is His Holiness the 14th Dalai Lama, who is turning 90 next year. And we are quite fortunate that we are living in the presence of some great teachers like that, great wisdom holders. And for me, one thing that reminds me is of the challenge that you have been talking about, is how great these elders are, how great these beings who have given us all these wisdoms to play with, to face the challenges. And we are kind of the, what is that called? The holders of this. And we have to be in an open space to be able to pass that on as well. You know, like, we just can't use this wisdom for our own benefit for now. And then, so we have to be also a vessel that will pass that wisdom on to the next. So that when we talk about how you're going to sustain these challenges, or how you're going to sustain this living as an activist, living on this planet that is facing a difficulty with climate crisis and all this. So how will we manage it? Not only for your own benefit, but also for the benefit of the... You don't have to... For me, it's... When I talk about benefit for others and benefit for next generation, it's easy because it's benefiting myself because I believe in the reincarnation and I'll come back. So it's beneficial for me to actually look after the planet. But for those who don't believe in that system or the ideology or the philosophy, then in a way, there's something of you being left behind to the next generation. A little part of you. And why wouldn't you want that to happen? You know what I mean? Yeah. Anyway.
Thank you. That makes beautiful sense. Thank you. So even if it's just for you, you will reap the rewards of it. And how wonderful that it is of benefit for others as well. Thank you, Tenzin, so much for this was a very brief and short chat, but I'm feeling like we probably should get on with the yoga music session, and I would really like to honour Tenzin. He's been working on this composition for this evening, and it'll be the first time that you hear it in this particular form. So that's very special. So thank you for that, Tenzin.
I'll talk about that a little bit. Yeah. This 90-minute piece that we have for you, there's a little shift of 9 stages. So just keep that in mind and then relax into it. And I'll just tingle here and there and listen to Erin, whatever the instructions that you get given, follow that. And but yeah, there's like a 9 stages. Yeah.
Thank you. Are you wondering about the stages?
Not this stage. It's the stage of your mind.
Yeah.
The state of your mind. That's it. The ninth state of your mind. And so in the middle, there is one little thing that happens which will feel like you are becoming enlightened. And then at the end, it repeats again, so you don't know. Anyway, just follow it.
Just do the enlightenment bits and that'll be really good. Tenzin, thank you. let's take just a few minutes. If you need to use the bathroom, they're just behind the closed doors in that foyer area. Just a few minutes to have a little break, maybe get up and have a little stretch, and we'll see you on the mat in a few minutes' time. Let's give Tenzin a big round of applause for sharing his wisdom. Thank you, Tenzin.